How you doing, Sulem?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Boxing Club podcast. I am yours truly, Big Chubbs, alongside with my pod mate Lou Almighty. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? What's up?
How you been, player?
I've been good, man. Been
Chilling,
real
chilling.
good. Chilling like a villain.
Took long enough, motherfucker.
Yeah, you know me. You know me, man. Always on the
Yeah.
move.
Hey, bro. But today, I know you guys see her on the screen. We got a pretty lady with us today. But don't let that smile fool you, cause she will kick your ass. From Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, repping La Finiquera, Phoenix, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Sulem Urbina.
Thank you for having me. Ya hasta me siento especial. And I just got out of sparring, so I don't look that pretty.
No,
Hey,
it don't matter.
you still look good for doing some
You,
sparring.
hey, you still look better than us.
Yeah,
That means I didn't get hit too much.
Hey, that's good.
that's right.
So, how are you, Sulem?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I've been training for my upcoming fight August 6th at the Commerce Casino, and I'm excited to get back in the ring. It's been a while. I haven't been in the ring since and coming off two back-to-back losses and a draw. So
Since
I
when
need
you
to
kind of
get.
broke up? When was the last time? How long ago were you in the ring? Can you hear?
Hello. Yes,
I
I
can't hear
can.
you. Se
No.
fue. Se fue el
So,
sonido.
I mean, I'm still here.
Now I hear you. Now I see you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So I haven't fought since October.
Man, there it goes again. Can you
What's
hear?
going on? Yes, I can.
What the heck? You can't.
I think it's just I think it's just a delay. So she hasn't fought since October
October 2021.
20,
Yeah,
2020.
last year,
Since 2020 or 2021?
Oh, I'm sorry, 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year. Sorry, se fue el sonido, eh? My bad. It's not my fault though. And we got wires on too. Look. So right here, we like to get to know who we're interviewing, right? So a lot of people know your accolades. Everybody knows what you've done. But we like to get a little bit deeper than that. We like to get to know who you are as a person, your dailies, how'd you grow up and what you do on a regular basis. That's what our fans like to hear, and that's what they're used to with us. So we want to dig a little bit deeper. You're from Hermosillo, right?
Así es. I'm born in Hermosillo, Sonora, en la colonia del Apache. And when I was little, my parents brought me to the U.S. because they just wanted a different way of life for us. Todavía me acuerdo when I crossed the border.
Do you
Legit, no
really?
lie.
How was
Yeah, I
that like?
remember. So back then it was a lot easier than what it is now. So I remember we went through, if I'm correct, Agua Prieta, Sonora. So through Agua Prieta to Douglas. Back then you had to like just cross a few like properties and hide from immigration, and then you were in the United States. I remember. So we're crossing, right, and we're hiding from from ICE, and me dice mi mamá, ahí viene ICE, mija, bien, cállate, shh, calladita, and we hid under a bush, and I remember the light passing right over us as I was just quiet, and then they finally left, and then we kept walking, and then next thing you know, there's a Walmart right there as soon as you cross. So we had made it to the United States.
No way, that's crazy.
So damn. So you crossed like the
De mojada.
No kidding. Dang, dude. I'll be honest. I want to fast forward through that, but we can probably make a whole episode off that. That's wild.
That is crazy.
You know, dude. Chubbs, have you heard stories of that?
Oh yeah, it's my whole family, bro. What do you mean?
Oh, I didn't know that. No,
Yeah.
seriously, that is no joke, dude. That's no joke. That's crossing through the fields, right? Through the desert.
Well, back then it used to be so much easier because you didn't have to do these 15-day walks or cross the river or things like that. Now it's very, very difficult. Some of my friends even came through just saying U.S. citizen, through the line, lying.
That's crazy.
Now it's way different, but I still remember it's those little, clips. My mom's like, "Shh, mija, cállate." Yeah, I was all quiet and I could just, see the ice truck and then the light going over the bush where we were at.
Oh
It was
my
crazy.
God.
Hey,
No
so your
way.
heart must have been pounding, right? Like super scared.
Not really. I
No, she
wasn't
was little.
scared.
She was little.
I was little.
She didn't know what it was. We
I didn't
know what
know.
it is as adults, but she didn't know what it was.
I
That's
didn't know.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. That when I was like 14, 15, and growing up here in Phoenix, then I knew what it was because Sheriff Joe started going around racially profiling. So, man, and yo bien paisa, I was like I used to go to the bailes, used to wear botas, bien paisa, listening to rieleros,
Oh, that's my shit.
Primavera, all that stuff. So
Primavera too, that's my shit.
Oh, hell yeah, Primavera is
hell yeah.
to this day.
Yeah, they never get old.
Exactly, Polo Diaz, cumbias, everything, So yo soy bien paisa. So when they started doing the whole racial profiling thing, man, I would see a police car and I was scared because because for one, I didn't have a license and I was driving,
Wow.
So like I must have lost 2 or 3 cars as a teenager because I would get pulled over and I didn't have a license. Nobody in my family had a license. So what do? They take your car and then you can't get it out because you don't have a license.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
I've been a victim of that twice. But you live and you learn.
Yeah.
I invented that song, Riding Dirty. Because I never had a license. I never had a license. I never had insurance. I never had none of that.
Hey, Chubbs was wild. Chubbs was wild in his time. He's a little more grown up boy now, but he's wild.
I don't know. Dicen que todavía.
Yeah.
I had to start adulting for some reason, man. Damn.
Adulting is the worst sickness in the world.
It is, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Responsibilities. Who invented that shit, man?
Right? I'm still not as grown up as a lot of people though, because I have no kids. So it's like,
you want to borrow mine?
Yeah,
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, so Sulem, so it's crazy that background is crazy. How did you end up in a boxing gym? How'd you end up boxing?
So when we came to the United States, we started living in South Phoenix, and in South Phoenix, we lived in a little tiny studio.
Por la Indian school?
No, por la Broadway.
Oh,
por
that's
la Broadway.
Oh, yeah, that's on the other side. That's right.
Yeah, the south side.
That's on the other side of the freeway. My bad.
I'm on the south side of Phoenix.
Dang.
On 16th Street and Broadway. So right there used to be a Salvation Army, and at the time it was just for the community, So my 2 older brothers started attending that boxing club, and I voy de metiche. I wanted to do everything my brothers wanted to do. So I tagged along, and as a Mexican family, you grow up watching boxing. There is not a fight that you miss. Back in the day, the pay-per-view used to be those the little black boxes.
The little black box,
yeah. So somebody from
allegedly, of course.
Yeah, somebody from the neighborhood would, pay for the fight, and everybody would bring food, and everybody would watch the fights, and that's how it was back then. So,
beer.
Yeah, exactly.
All the deals, exactly.
Yeah, everybody in the neighborhood watching the fight. So, I grew up watching boxing, and then once my brother started attending, I wanted to tag along, and I tagged along, and I fell in love with it. But it was short-lived. I only had like 4 fights when I was little, and my mom's like, "No, eso no es para las niñas." She's like, "No." I came back with my lip busted, like really bad, and she's like, "No, you gotta help me at home with the chores, and you can't be out all day, going to school during the day, and then in the afternoon going to the boxing gym. You gotta help me out here at home." So she pulled me out. She's like, "Nope, no more." So when I started driving at 16, I dragged my ass to the gym. I took the car and I started boxing on my own.
Man, that's
Wow.
crazy. So
So
what was the
you
love for it? Like what made you love it so much? Because I know it's not nice getting hit.
no, you gotta fall in
Sometimes
love with that sport, man. You gotta fall in love with this thing.
sometimes it is. No, I'm just kidding. Soy masoquista.
Nomás cuando te conviene.
No, I think the difficulty of it, because it's such a difficult sport. It's the more you go on, the harder it gets, and the harder that competition gets, the higher the level of skill, everything. So I guess the competitiveness and the fact that you're never there, you always got to keep on learning,
Mm-hmm.
and so I fell in love with it. Look, let me tell you a funny story. So I was undocumented here in the US, so I couldn't go to nationals, like to USA Nationals, J
Right.
Olympic,
Right.
none of that stuff. So when I turned 18, I was like, I'm gonna go to nationals. So I grabbed my stuff and I left to Mexico.
No way.
Undocumented went back to Mexico?
I undocumented, went back to Mexico, lied to my mom. I said that I had a visa waiting to be able to come back. My ass didn't have a visa. I had
my
nothing.
God.
No way.
I pawned all my quinceañera rings to be able to go to that trip.
Wow.
And I lost all my quinceañera rings on that trip.
Oh my God.
So
But it was worth it though.
I ended up being pretty good and winning my spot on the Mexican national team. And I was able to come back a few months later. Close to Christmas time, I had applied for my visa and it was denied. And my mom's like, mija, ¿para cuándo te vas a venir? And I'm like, es que estoy entrenando, ma. I had to lie to her and all this stuff.
I'm stuck.
Ahorita no puedo.
Ahorita no puedo, man.
Wow.
Yeah, but to this day she don't know. So hopefully she doesn't listen to this.
Oh my
Le voy a decir a tu
God.
mamá. Mire, señora, dijo que.
No anden de tattletales.
No te creas, aquí no somos
No anden de
chismosos.
chismosos.
Nomás nos gusta el chisme, pero no somos so you were 4 when you came over here, right? So you didn't really grow up too much in Hermosillo?
I didn't grow up too much, but I had gone back once when I was about 8. So I still remember a lot of things from Hermosillo. Like I went back to the house where I used to live, and I brought back a bunch of memories of when I used to play on the street, and pura tierra en toda la calle.
Hey, but that's the best though.
Yeah, it was fun. Here's the memory that I have, like the clearest. I don't know if you know what fariseos are.
But no, I don't.
Los fariseos, they're from Sonora. They're a religion from Sonora, and they wear these like big masks, and they have drums, and they come down the street playing these drums, and they look kind of scary. So we'd be outside playing all afternoon, and then as soon as you hear those drums from across the street,
you run inside.
The street would clear up. Everybody would go in their houses, and that's one of the memories I have from living in Hermosillo. Is I would hear them drums and I was terrified. So I would run inside and, peek through my window, watch as the fariseos passed by.
That shit must be scary as hell.
Oh, they're scary looking. Just Google them. They still scare me to this day.
No,
I'll check them out. What are they called?
Fariseos with an F.
Fariseos. I'm going to check those out. That sounds scary. I'm scared right now.
So
they're pretty scary, bro.
After you made your national team in Mexico, how far after that did you start your amateur career on this side?
Well, no, I had already started it before I left. So I was.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I started like actually fighting when I was 17. So I started like training at 16 and then fighting at 17. I had fought here at local shows and small little tournaments. Nothing ranking wise because I was undocumented and I couldn't.
That's crazy.
Por ahí vi that in 2007 and in 2009 you were the Arizona Golden Glove champion.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's. But it was just at the state level. I couldn't go to the national level.
I thought you placed third for the national level.
But it was the girls one. It wasn't one where it wasn't a ranking tournament. The Golden Gloves didn't become a women's ranking tournament till recently.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. It was
When-
only the men's Golden Gloves was like the big deal.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it fell off the map for a second. And then the women's ended up, the women would have their own tournament in Fort Lauderdale, but they didn't give it the credit that it was due. So eventually, like I believe like 3-4 years ago, they integrated it into the men's and it got bigger. But
you know that what's crazy is we're right now, I think, in the peak side of women's boxing kind of busting out of where it's supposed to be, right? That's my opinion. You've got people like yourself, and you fought Marlene Estrada.
Esparza.
Esparza,
Don't say
I'm sorry.
Estrada.
No, I'm sorry,
Come and
Esparza.
chop your head off.
He's gonna kick
I
your
know,
ass,
and when
bro.
you know what's crazy is when they fought, a lot of people were mixing up their names. Yeah. So you got Esparza and Estrada, which obviously two different people, and then you got Katie Taylor, and they just put on that big Amanda Serrano, and they put on this big show with Jake Paul. So you're now at the pinnacle of this women's division that's getting way more light, because Chubbs, I don't know where you were that night where they put on that fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That fight was nuts, and you're like, dude, this is more entertaining sometimes than some of these men's fights.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Right? And I mean, you check out this story, and you got women fighting where they can't fight on nationals, but they're willing to risk their stateside to go back to just doing it for the fight, man. That's crazy. But we're at the pinnacle. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about being active in this state where it's looking like it's coming out of that big burst?
I feel very excited. I think, for many years, I lived in Mexico City because of the fact that I went back to the Mexican national team in Mexico. And in Mexico, women boxers are praised differently. Obviously, the money isn't there, but you see Jackie Nava, Ana Maria Torres, they're headlining on TV on Saturday nights. You have a televised female fight in Mexico almost every single card. And then now we're at a point where, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. We're at a point where it's definitely growing. So I'm excited. And we're not even where we're gonna be in the future, because right now, look, let me tell you, I have nothing but female teammates. They're all national champions. They're all little girls. And so the future is more than bright. We're not even close to where we're gonna be in the future in this sport.
No, you know what? Let me tell you something.
I believe it.
Yeah, let me tell you something. What we talked to Beto Duran. He was talking about the fan base of these women fighters. Somebody like Seniesa Estrada has this crazy fan base where
her following is gigantic.
It's not just that you guys don't get a following; it's the fact that you guys are being not looked at, just overlooked, because whether it's women or whatever it may be. But what are we looking for? Excitement? You guys bring that. Women bring excitement. You guys can obviously sell tickets. It showed that with the last fight that Jake Paul put on. Whatever it may be, I'm just like, we're right there. We're right there. And they both, I think, took 6-figure purses. So I think we're right there where the bubble's about to burst. It's actually an exciting time. I feel like it's right there and it's exciting.
It's great. I feel like, we can't forget the women from the past. Ann Wolf, so many. Ann Wolf was, amazing.
There's no other trainer like Ann Wolf, right? I mean, name
no, she's amazing. She's amazing, right? And she has one of the best knockouts in history. And the coal miner's daughter, Holly Holm, who boxing was, she was a great boxer. Boxing just didn't love her back. So she left us for the UFC.
And she made one of the biggest upsets in UFC history, which UFC, I think, took a spearhead with the women thing, and they made Ronda Rousey this, in my personal opinion, you got to stay. Everyone's got to stay in their lane. Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
women have to get their own lane, and men have to get their own lane. They were trying to get her into like, oh, she could beat up men. Like, oh, I wouldn't go that far. She could beat up women. But
we're built different. We're built different,
exactly, and
that's
everyone
just a fact. That's just a
exactly.
fact.
And but at the same time, the women could put on a freaking show, and it's proven already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of get a great point when you say just boxing didn't love her back. She left and went to UFC and made a gigantic statement. Imagine if
Exactly.
Holly Holm was active today,
Mhm.
maybe we'd see her on the same lane as the women that are. I mean, you guys have Olympians that are I mean, terrific. I'm talking about exceptional fighters.
Mhm.
Olympians that have accomplished much. It's just you guys just don't get the light. And you also have women that haven't fought but are trying to also have women empowerment, like Coach Cam. I don't know if
Yeah.
follow Coach Cam. She's huge in what she does. She's training a lot of men fighters, and
Mhm.
like Ann Wolf, now she's a trainer, and she's
Yeah.
trained a lot of men fighters. She's terrific at what she does. So
Yeah,
if-
absolutely. I think like I said, you can't forget all the women from the past, and then the women that came out of the 2016 Olympics, and during every great fighter needs a great dance partner. And to
Yep.
me, I
Yep.
think Amanda Serrano has always been there. She's the 7 division world champ, but she
Yeah.
needed that dance partner to really
Right.
hit stardom. And that was
Yeah.
Katie Taylor,
Katie
who came
Taylor.
out of
Yeah.
the Olympics.
Yep.
So when the elite amateurs decided to actually start turning pro, I think that hit another, step in the right direction for women's boxing. And right now, during, we're all doing a great job. And it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And you've got a fight coming up. You're obviously training for that. And what is your spirit like right now with everything going on? What is your attack plan on that?
I'm excited. I'm excited. I haven't fought in a while, and obviously I'm coming back off of back-to-back losses and a draw, so I need to get back on top. That's
But
what I
you're
need
also
to do.
you're also talking about, you're not talking about just a fluke loss. I mean, your first loss was to Marlena Esparza, which is no walk in the park. So talk to us about that. How was that? How was that fight? I mean, we obviously
I,
saw it. It was no walk in the park for her as well.
eh, I feel like there's no excuses. I own up to my losses with my head held high. I give credit where credit's due. She did her thing. She outboxed me. She was smart in the ring. I lacked a lot of things in there, and I know what happened, in back scenes and what I needed to work on, and it just didn't come out fight night, and it hurt a lot to lose, and I just couldn't get back from there. I stayed there, and then I come back and I fight Naoko Fujioka in a fight
I think you
that
won
we
that fight.
thought.
Me
I
personally.
thought
Yeah.
I thought we pulled it out. I thought I pulled it
I
out.
thought so.
Yep.
And I felt heartbroken. That was for a world championship. I wasn't gonna say no. They asked for me for that fight, so I said yes, of course. I'm gonna take an opportunity when it's handed to me. So I took it, and I felt like I outboxed the hell out of her, and she didn't touch me. And obviously, looking back, there's things that I could have done better towards the end of the fight, closed out the show better. But I felt that we had won that fight, and when I didn't, it crushed me completely, crushed me mentally, and I couldn't get back from it.
So
Got it.
I saw you winning the first 6 rounds, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
7, 8, 9, you kind of let her have it, and 10, it was a good draw for me.
Yeah.
I think you had the cleaner shots.
Mhm.
She was throwing more, but your shots were more effective. Like
Yeah.
she had a lot of volume, but you had a lot of target, and that's why I
Yeah.
feel like you should have won that fight.
I felt
Yeah.
like the 2 rounds that I hated of that fight, that I didn't like how I performed, 7th and 8th. The
Yeah,
7th and 8th round were horrible for me. But
I
like
agree.
you said, I felt like the 10th was a good round for me. I mean, I don't know, but who knows? These judges, I don't really understand what they're looking at, because one judge had it a draw, another one had it 96-94, and then you have Lou Moret, who gave me 1 round.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like,
That's insane.
and sometimes you got to look at these fights like, what the hell were they watching? Were they even watching the fight?
They were on
right?
Instagram the whole time.
Dude.
Exactly.
And it happens commonly in boxing, which is Floyd Mayweather said it himself. Sometimes we got to do something different with these boxing coaches, because they dictate which way someone's career goes, right? You're talking about somebody that came off a loss to fight this dude, or this woman, and put up a great fight. And now you kind of take this fight, giving her 1 round. I'm like, geez, like you know what you're doing to somebody mentally when you're doing that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It puts you in a different mental space.
And here's the thing, like when I fought Marlene, he was also a judge in that fight. And he didn't give me any rounds. He didn't give me any rounds. And in that fight, I was the aggressor going forward and Marlene was the boxer.
Yeah.
And he didn't give me any rounds. And in the other fight, I was boxing, So, and he still didn't give me, he gave me 1 round. So I don't know what.
Hey, Lou, I think we got to jump him, bro.
Hey, let's get him, dude. No, seriously. Like you got to really seriously think, like you're dictating someone's path, someone's future to not, and it happens often, like Trout versus Canelo. Yeah, sure. Canelo won. There's no argument in that, but to give the round so wide, I'm like, come on, like Trout didn't lose that many fights. I mean, that many rounds. Come on. So no, that's crazy. But it's good that you take that, accept it, and you're learning from it and moving forward. What is sparring? Go ahead, Chubbs.
And one of the interviews that I've seen that you've done, I heard you say that you had a little conflict in your corner, because they wanted you to change it up and switch it, but you didn't feel like you wanted to or you had to. How is that important for you guys to be on the same game plan? And like, how difficult is it being that your husband is your coach? What type of conflicts and how do you overcome that?
I wanted to listen, and at the same time, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. So estaba como a medias. And in boxing, you can't be a medias. You have to.
Yeah. One or the other.
And that's what messed me up. And one day, I was mad for a long time about that fight. I was hurting about that fight, and so I stepped away from boxing and everything. And then one day I realized, I'm choosing not to listen to him because I don't want to listen to him because I'm mad,
Orgullo?
And that's when a little orgullo, feminista, no sé, lo que sea. I was butthurt. I guess.
Oh,
and
man.
I didn't want to listen to him.
No me hables así. Háblame bien.
Exactly. And I just needed to communicate better with my corner and make sure we understand each other, and we're a great team. We just needed to learn to get back to that being a great team again and be able to communicate the right way. And I mean, I need to be able to know that at the end of the day, nobody's gonna want what's best for me more than him. And he's also, a great coach because he understands that sometimes maybe I'll need a break and I'll go work somewhere else or something like that. And he's okay with that. The fact that he told me that he was willing made me realize that, this man really wants what's best for me and he's going to look out for me no matter what.
That's good. No, it's just, they do say when...
Pues imagínate tú trabajando con tu mujer diciéndote, ándale cabrón, ponte las pilas.
Hey, no me hables así. Háblame bonito. Háblame bonito, no me hables así. Que me pongo triste. Hey, so how was it? Joel Diaz was your coach for a while, right?
No, Joel, actually he was more like a mentor advisor. He was always, right there helping us. He helped open the doors with Golden Boy for us, and
Wow.
he's just a really good friend of ours.
Yeah, how'd you come about making a friendship with Joel? Because he's obviously a gigantic name in the sport.
Future Hall of Famer.
So Joel is a really good friend of mine. We became friends through just boxing because one day I showed up to spar at his gym, and I ended up sparring Amaris Quintana. I don't know if you guys remember her. I don't think she's boxing anymore, but she was at the time. She's a fighter from San Diego, and we went to war right there at the gym. And Joel saw that sparring. He's like, damn, that was like one of the first, really good female sparrings that he had seen. And from there, he just became a friend, a really good friend to us. And he's been supporting us since.
Yeah, he was actually one of the first ones with a big support system to support us.
Huge.
He was actually our first very big interviews when we started this podcast. So let's go.
Hey, he's super cool, and he has the best stories ever.
Oh my god,
stories for days.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it.
You should check out our interview. I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, the dude has like no, like he doesn't filter the details. He just tells us a story, and the way he talks on TV is the way he talks in person. So, oh man, I'm like, and I was a big fan of him prior to us meeting, so I was kind of starstruck. But he's just so humble, such a down to earth guy. I'm like, man, I can imagine being a fighter in this guy's corner. I don't know. I'd be kind of intimidated, maybe. Who knows?
He's a great guy. I don't know if he's
is.
ever told you guys the story of how they came to the United States.
Yeah,
he did.
Yes, he did in detail, and I was like, oh my god.
Toño's dress, they still have it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that story is on one of our episodes on our podcast. So go check that out if you guys want to see how pretty Toño looked in his dress crossing the border. Hey, so right here we have a little segment. We like to play a little game. It's called 12 Rounds of Versus. I'm going to give you two options, and you're going to pick one or the other. You have to pick one. You can't say both.
Okay.
You have to pick one.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay. Ready.
All right. Round one. Wings or Sonora hot dog?
Sonora hot dog.
Tacos?
Without a doubt. I make those bomb.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I make those Sonora hot dogs bomb. Los Logos.
Hey,
there you go.
I'm sure she hates it during the last week of training camp where she has a cut weight. She can't eat it.
I'm craving one right now.
Tacos or burgers?
Tacos. Burgers, too much bread.
Too much bread?
Yeah.
Beach? Going to the beach or hiking?
Beach.
Cabin or a penthouse?
Penthouse.
Yeah.
Hey, go bigger.
Yeah.
Phoenix or Hermosillo?
Phoenix. I love Hermosillo, but my little brother is buried here. My mom and my dad are here, and this is where I grew up with all my friends. So here.
Chente or Antonio Aguilar?
Gente.
Heels or sneakers?
You're killing me with this one. Heels.
Heels?
Yep.
Netflix and chill or going salsa dancing?
What kind of Netflix and chill?
That's at your discretion.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm more Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill. Makeup or mitts?
Oh man, why you gotta do me like that? I'll
Part of the
say
game.
I'll say mitts.
Mitts?
Dang.
Yep.
Okay. Dressing up or like kick it fit, dressing down? Sweats and baggy clothes.
Yeah, dressing up,
Dressing up.
definitely dressing up, because I hardly
She
get to do it. So,
and she dresses up for the weigh-in, so
oh
I
yeah,
think that I think that was
Are you
a
sure that's dressing
no-brainer.
up or dressing down?
Nah, bro. So if you check her weigh-ins, all her weigh-ins compared to the other ones, they're she's trying to make a statement. She's trying to make a
Statement
statement.
indeed.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro. Like you gotta listen. I I look like a slob ball camp. I don't get to dress up, feel pretty or anything. So weigh-in day comes. I wake up super early. I'm super thirsty and
Yeah.
hungry and in a bad
Yeah.
mood. So I stop playing with my hair. I do my makeup and I have a cute outfit to weigh in.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own style, so I like looking good.
No,
Wine,
definitely make a statement.
wine or mixed drinks?
Yeah. Neither. I don't drink.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Debbie Downer.
Water.
No, I'm just kidding.
Fiji water.
I have
Boss.
Fiji water. That's the best one.
Sunset or sunrise, and why?
Sunset.
Why?
Because you look at the sunset and you see all you've accomplished through the day and see, another day has gone by. And when the sun rises, you don't know if you're gonna make it through that day.
Mm, I
So
like
I'm
that.
thankful at sunset,
Mm,
Great answers.
nice.
Thanks for playing the
Mhm.
game. That was 12 rounds of verses, everybody. So,
Woo!
so you mentioned your brother. I've read through a couple interviews that you've done. The tragedy that happened to your brother. How has that? I know that you felt down for a while, but how were you able to turn that around and let that motivate you to become the next world champion?
I think it, it I it's taken me a long time, a good 7 years, I think, to be to the place that I'm at right now mentally with that. Um, I think that he would want me to be happy. He would want me to enjoy life and make the best out of it. And I need to take care of myself. And it took me a long time to realize that, he's not gonna come back. And no matter what, I gotta make the best of this moment because all I have is this moment. I don't have anything else. So in all honesty, I don't plan too far ahead or anything like that. I try to make the best out of each day. That's it. That's all I do. And I take each day and try my best and keep on going. And I'm learning. I'm a work in progress, but I'm mentally better off than I was a few years ago.
No, that's good. That's good. That it's not easy. Losing somebody like that. Trust me, I know. But getting over it and just finding out a purpose to continue is the biggest. It's the hardest thing to do, actually.
I tell people, you don't have a choice as to the things that happen in your life, but you have a choice as to how you confront them.
Right.
You can either sit down and mope about it and cry, or you can just, go on and live life. One of the two. It's both your choice.
No,
Very
that's
true. Well
true that.
said too.
Mhm.
Hey, so what's your relationship with Seniesa with some super bad? Did you hear the big news today?
I did. I already knew a while back. I just, I kept it a
Ah,
secret.
ah.
Thanks for telling us. We appreciate that.
Hey, when a friend confides in me, I don't say anything. I'm very happy for her. She's a really good friend of mine. We
Oh,
talk all the
really?
time, and we're really close. And I'm very happy for all her success. And I know that she's a star, and I wish her the best with her new endeavors with Top Rank.
That's cool. So, are you a free agent right now, or what are you doing? What's your relationship right now with Elite or Golden Boy?
Mhm. Well, I work with. I'm a free agent. but I work with Golden Boy also, and you know, I'm trying to get to that world championship. So that's what's next. And come August 6th, I'm just focused on winning to getting on the big stage again.
No, yeah. So, do you have anything with the leader? Is this you're just a one fight deal, or
No, I have a really close relationship with Carlos. He's a really good friend of
he's a cool
mine,
dude?
and yeah, I love that guy. He's,
Yeah,
you know, he's helped
he's
me out a
funny.
lot. I go over there and I spar with his girls, and for my fights, he's helped me with my braids and all. Not him, but he got me a
I'm
braider.
like, damn, Carlos get down like that.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's one of the good guys, and I'm very very appreciative of him. You know, thinking of me for this upcoming event, and I'm excited.
And you're the main event, right?
Yes, sir.
Hell
I'm the main
Nice.
event.
Headlining the fights, building up already. Very good.
Yep, exactly. So I'm very excited.
So what's been your preparation? You know, coming off of a long hiatus. You know, mentally preparing yourself. How has that been coming up to getting ready for August 6th?
You know, I'm excited. I've been working on some things in the gym that I know that I've been lacking through. Somewhere along the way, I lost some things in the ring, as I got some bad habits, and we've been working on those, trying to get those fixed, and just being a better fighter. And we took our time, and so I'm excited for August 6th because uh, one, I want to get back to winning, and two, I believe that I'm a better fighter than I was last year, and I want to show it.
All right, so what can we expect
Good.
coming from you?
A lot of jabs, no.
Establishing the jab.
Oh man, no, yeah. Jab it out, jab it
No,
out.
that's
jab
good.
I'm an exciting fighter, but somewhere along the
Yeah.
way, I forgot to jab a little bit. So, you know, it'll be an exciting fight.
Good. No, you definitely seem in good spirits, and you don't seem like just answering the question and moping by. You seem in very good spirits, like you're trying to get to that rebuilding stage, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you know, I'm not done. That's the way I feel, and
Definitely.
I don't want that last year to be the end. You know, I have so much more to offer, and I'm excited. I'm very excited, and we worked on some things and bettered some things, so I'm excited to show it August 6th.
And we can't wait to see it. For
Definitely.
Sure. We'll be
Definitely.
there August 6th, Commerce Casino in the city of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Elite Promotions is putting on another hell of a show. We got the headliner with us right now.
That's
Sulem
right.
Urbina. You still go by La Mexicana?
I don't. I think just people started calling me that, so it kind of stuck for a little bit.
You didn't come up with that?
No.
Really?
Oh. Well, that's good to
No.
know.
Well, it's because guys used to kind of like flirt with me a little bit, so they'd be like the little Mexican girl, La Mexicana.
La Mexicana.
So, yeah. So that, but no, I don't have a nickname. I like my name. It's
That's
unique.
dope.
It's different.
It's really
It's
dope.
different, and it's just like, hey, that's how I want to be remembered. You know, not a nickname. You know, I think I don't know. I love my name. I like the name my parents gave me.
In the nickname, it's got you don't choose it yourself, right? It's got to be given to you, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line. So I guess I kind of fell in, but you want you prefer your name over your nickname. So that's
Yeah.
great. But no, we're excited too. We can't wait to see you out there on the show headlining. We'll definitely be there. Can't wait.
No, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you guys for inviting me. It's been fun.
Likewise.
It's been really fun.
Thank you for giving us some of your time. I know you just kicked somebody's ass in the gym, and I'm glad you were able to let out some of that aggression and be nice to us while you sat here and chopped it up for a little bit.
Hey, bro, I could save some aggression for next time and just spar with you guys. I'm
hey,
down.
spar with Chuck.
You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke.
Oh, love it. Spar with Chubbs. I would love to get that on film.
Hell
do
no,
it.
bro. You crazy?
I'll let her
Let's do
spar.
it.
I'll let her spar me. Beat
You
the
think
shit
I
out
want
of
the
me.
whole world to see me crying, dog? Because she hit my fucking lonja?
Dude,
No.
I know.
Me saca al aire, güey.
Me saca al aire.
Hey, Chubb, we need an assistant for the body punching. So maybe if you want to volunteer.
Hey, hold the shield, man.
Nah,
Hold the body
man.
shield.
No, you don't need a body shield, just like that.
Oh,
fuck that.
Good luck, bro.
Hell no.
Good luck.
No, sure. I'm good. Thanks for the invite. I really appreciate that. Very thoughtful of you.
But he's gonna kindly decline.
But I will kindly decline for sure.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, that's
That's
all right.
hilarious.
Well, it's been our pleasure. It's been fun to getting to know you. We'll finally meet August 6th. We'll stop by, say hi, don't act like a stranger.
Of course not.
Anything you want to say? Any message? Anything? Any shout outs to whomever?
Well, I just I want to tell all the little girls out there in amateur boxing to keep on working and stay consistent, because by the time they're up here, they're really, really going to shine, and I'm excited for the future. And to all those that support me, I appreciate you very much. Sea lo que sea, mi público está conmigo en las buenas y en las malas, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much. And August 6th, I'm excited. Don't forget, at the Commerce Casino.
That's right. Very well
make sure you
said.
guys get your boletos, get your tickets, and come out and watch her put on some show. I know 4th of July passed already, but there will be fireworks August 6th
Yes,
at the Commerce Casino.
Yes, sir.
So
that's right.
Sulem, thank you so much. We are the Boxing Club Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at the Boxing Club _podcast. Make sure you tune into Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all other major podcast platforms.
All of it.
And don't forget, we got a YouTube channel too, so go check that out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get all our crazy videos.
That.
All right, Sulem, thank you so much.
And where can they follow you, Sulem? Where can they follow you?
Thank you. And you can follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Sulem Urbina. I don't have an OnlyFans. Just throwing that out
there. Hey, you gotta wait for the weigh-ins then. You gotta wait for the weigh-ins. That's as far as it goes.
Hey, I heard your Twitter be going up though. Like you be on that Twitter crazy.
Heavy.
Hey, Twitter's I've learned to use it, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
We have it, but I really don't mess with it, but
yeah.
Probably started.
I heard that you get down to Twitter, so I might have to check that out.
When my OnlyFans goes up, I'll announce it.
You better stop that.
I love it.
All right, man. Boxing Club Podcast. We out.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Sulem.
Thanks for having us.
All righty.